It's a taste of Mexico today with fish tacos. First up, I'm going to make a slaw. Now, not probably your grandmother's style of coleslaw, but something with a few extra flavours in it, just to give it more interest and to take it to that Mexican flavour. Probably 1/4 to half a cabbage. For 4 people, if you're making tacos, is probably about the right amount. And some red onion. A whole onion for 4 people is probably about right. Okay, let's grate in some carrot. So as you can see, I've left the onion quite chunky. This is a really rusticy style of slaw rather than everything having to be too little. And then use parsley if you've got it. If you have got coriander, that would be my preference. Now into that, I'm just going to put a few dollops of aioli and we'll just mix that in. Okay, slaw done. Now it's time for the fish. Wouldn't you just love one of these at home? Fantastic. Double doors and it doesn't make a noise. I really want one. Very stylish. Righto, first things first, let's make the batter. I've got about a cup of flour, 1.5 cups of flour going into here. Then I'm going to put a really good squeeze of seeded mustard and some salt. I think with fish you should always use sea salt. That's where they'll come from. Let's take them back there. Okay, so really simple. That's essentially all there is to the batter aside from the beer. With the beer and the flour, really it's just equal quantities. About 1.5 cups, which is 1 bottle or so of beer, to the same amount of flour. Don't over mix it, just mix it until it's just combined, and that to me is looking pretty good. Right, first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fish through some corn flour, and that's just going to help the batter stick to it. I've chopped it, as you can see, into 5 centimetre pieces, a couple of centimetres across. Okay, a good slug of oil into a frying pan. As you can see, the gas hobs I'm using have got gorgeous glass underneath them. They just blend in completely with the kitchen. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is dredge the fish through the batter. We're just going to wait for the oil to get really hot. We don't want it smoking, but we do want it really hot. Right, the fish into the pan. Big thing I'd say is don't overcrowd the pan. Perhaps have the oven on if you're cooking a lot, and then you can cook your fish in batches. Now with the oil, while I said to make sure it's nice and hot, don't have it so hot that your batter ends up brown on the outside and the fish still isn't cooked through. Okay, these are looking good. Warm tortillas coming. I'm just using the normal flour tortillas, but if you can get corn tortillas, they are absolutely divine. A lovely big dollop of slaw. Okay, fish on top of each one. So we'll just put a good squeeze of lime over each and a few more coriander leaves. Wrap it up in any way you want. Have a beer alongside, and while it may be pouring with rain outside, we're certainly going to be enjoying lunch. For this recipe and many more, go to foodlovers.co.nz.